Guys, welcome back to Farm Up with me, Dr. Daniel, the passionate farmer. I mean, those days it used to be the passionate poultry farmer, but it's now more than just poultry farming. Well, still, poultry farming is the darling. I really enjoy poultry farming. I've enjoyed it for so long, and I think I've dragged a lot of you guys along into my love for farming. Of course, like I've said, right now it's more than just poultry farming. I do goat farming, I do sheep, I do cattle, I do bees. So in today's video, as you can see, I'm walking and I'm moving towards a free-range poultry unit. Now, as you can see already, I've been walking for quite some time, and it's because our free-range poultry unit on the farm is quite isolated from the rest of the farm because of biosecurity. We have about 400 acres of farmland right here on the farm, and if something can reduce the risk for us on the farm for getting diseases, I mean, why not take the opportunity? So poultry diseases could easily come onto the farm, and one of the ways is having a free-range poultry farm. Actually, let me show you one of the things. Right there in the distance, I mean, if you just look through the gate, you can see a marabou stock. Can you see a marabou stock? It's a wild bird, and I believe if I get closer, it's going to try and fly away. Yeah, but it's a wild bird. Right there, guys. All right, right there, you can see it, it's flying away. That's what they call a marabou stock. So if you have wild birds coming onto the farm, it simply means that there's a risk of you having diseases on the farm, despite the fact that you do everything you can to do biosecurity. As you can see, we have a fence right here. We've fenced our area where the birds are, but still, if you have wild birds coming into the area, I mean, they could bring diseases. So this place is really far and isolated. I mean, really isolated from the rest of the farm. And the goal is to make sure that we reduce the risks, the chances of ever having a poultry disease breakout. Because if you're going to be interacting with wild birds, then, I mean, you're placing your farm at risk. So this unit, our free-range unit, where I am right now, is at the bottom of the farm, and we have quite a number of animals in this unit. I mean, we have chickens, I can clearly see, we have guinea fowls, we have geese. That's what we have right here. So if I can show you right here, I'm going to try and move here. I mean, you can see the geese, 1, 2, 3, we have 6 geese right here. Yeah, you can see the geese, we have 6 geese. Now they're going to move towards the dam, I believe. You can see them right here, 6 geese. If I keep moving towards them, they're going to just try moving further away towards the dam, the other side. So we have 2 big dams on this farm. They were previously used for cattle, you know, to get water for cattle during the dry season. But right now, since we have clean water and boreholes on the farm, if I zoom in, you can see the geese, they've gone further deep. Of course, they know that I can't access them right there, so that's too far away for me. But right here, you can see the chickens. These are some of the chickens that we have. Yeah, these are 2 chickens. You can see them. They are free-ranging, looking for food in the grass. The other one is eating some grass. So these free-range chickens give us what we call free-range egg. Now, before, in the past, we had quite a number of them, maybe over 100. Littered all over this place, but right now we have very few of them, you know, quite a few. You can even see the guinea fowls. I mean, we had quite a number of guinea fowls, but some of them, one of them I think has been eaten. Then the fate of some of them has really been terrible. I won't talk about it for now. So if we get inside here, you can see this is the chicken house. This is where the chickens live. You can see it. Very beautiful house. It's where our chickens live. As you can see, some of the chickens, oh, the eggs have been taken. Yeah, so they lay organic eggs, you know, beautiful organic eggs. You can see the laying boxes. Yeah, we placed for them laying boxes inside here, trying to look and see if I can find an egg. But I think all the eggs have been collected. The eggs are laid very early in the morning, so it's unlikely that during the rest of the day we're going to meet any. You can see that even here we have some guinea fowls. You can see the guinea fowls. One is right here and another one is over there. You know, I hatched these guinea fowls myself. We brought the guinea fowls onto the farm as eggs, simply as eggs, and they have hatched from the farm. And then you can see our feeders. So we place in here feed for the chickens, and then we place the water usually on the outside. But also there's a lot of water all around, I mean in the dams. So it can be quite hard for us to control what the chickens drink. I mean, even if you place water here, as soon as they move out, they're going to go and drink water from the dams. So we just let them take the water from the dams. The only thing we do is deworm them. So we occasionally deworm them to make sure that the water from the dams doesn't cause any problems. And also we vaccinate these chickens right here to minimize the possibility of an outbreak of disease, which could later spread to the rest of the farm. So we've tried to do as much as we can to make sure that the birds in here are in a good state. This is another chicken house right here, so we have 2. This is another one, so one right here and one on the opposite side, I mean right here. So inside here is where the geese usually sleep. So I'll show you guys. You can see it. Right here is where the geese usually sleep. You can even see their feathers. So we bring them and they spend the night inside here. Oh, the eggs are here. So the eggs have been collected and placed here. So you can see the eggs. These are beautiful organic eggs. Let me just try and get the tray up. You can see it, yeah? Very beautiful organic eggs. Very, very beautiful. Very tasty. Yellow yolk. The birds are eating vegetables and things like that. So the person who works here, I think, decided to keep them under here. And we'll just leave them there. You don't want to disorganize them. So then you might be wondering, why on earth are geese sleeping inside the house? Because before, the geese used to sleep out. I mean, you can see that the place sometimes gets quite bushy. When it rains, this place can get a bit flooded. And we have dams right here. Yeah, you can see a dam. We have dams right here, 2 big dams. This is one, and there's another one on the opposite side right there. Right now, it's occluded by the trees. So we have 2 big dams now. I'll tell you the story of what unfortunately happened to some of the guinea fowls and the geese. Now, they used to lay their eggs out in the bush here and incubate in the bush. Right now, the bush is starting to grow. I think the guy who works here needs to control the bushes. You can see a guinea fowl running in the bushes right there. Can you see it? Right there, running in the bushes. And if you look a little bit further, you can see a lot of bushes growing, a lot of bushes all around the farm. This is not how it was before. Before, the geese and the guinea fowls would lay their eggs in the bushes and incubate their eggs from there. And then, one random day, one of the geese doesn't come back. We're like, oh, what's up? You know, you just come to start moving around. You can't find the goose. And also, you can't find any trace of like feathers. Maybe it has been eaten by a wild animal or anything like that. Then another random day, the guinea fowl also disappears. I mean, the guinea fowl has been seated, incubating its eggs. The next time we come, the guinea fowl is not present. And its eggs are just there. There's nothing like a trace of it. You can't even be like it was eaten by a wild animal, because when birds are eaten by a wild animal, usually there is a trace. The trace of them being eaten by a wild animal is usually feathers from where it was eaten from. Some kind of evidence to show that there was a scuffle. This time, nothing. And then, on one of the random days, just around here, you know, one of the herdsmen is grazing the goats. Do they call them herdsmen? The guys who graze goats, would you call that on a herdsman? I don't know. Tell me. I think the ones who herd cattle are usually the ones who are called herdsmen. And sheep, for sheep, they're called shepherds. What's the name of someone who looks after goats? Tell me in the comment section below. Before it's for cattle, it's a herdsman. For sheep, it's a shepherd. What's the name of the person who looks after goats? I would love to know. Tell me in the comment section below. So that person, the one who looks after the goats, I mean, he's somewhere in the wild, close by, and then he sees a snake, like a huge snake passing by him. And then he moves back and then he notices it's a python, guys, a huge python. So he was really scared. So he runs to call the rest of the guys on the farm. And by the time they come back, the python has actually already started to swallow a goat. I mean, it had already captured a goat and it was swallowing a goat. And it's not the first time. We noticed later on that the goats had been going missing. I think 3 of them. So the pythons before, or at least one of the pythons, had been eating the goats. And that's when we noticed that most likely the same exact python or some other pythons around the farm had been eating the geese and the guinea fowls. And I mean, right here where I'm standing, I'm not 100% safe. I could be attacked by a python. What we decided to do is to let the guys around the farm to start moving with pangas, so that in case the python comes, I mean, of course it grasps you, but before it can take over, you can slice it or, you know, cut it, can decide to, you know, just let you go. But if you're just going to be using sheer strength, I mean, it's almost impossible to win it simply using sheer strength. So we decided to give the guys who look after the cattle, the goats and sheep, pangas. So they move around with pangas on the farm. I mean, it's a really huge farm, 400 acres. What do you expect? Things like that are supposed to happen. So because of that, when we noticed that we have quite a number of pythons around, I mean, I personally have seen pythons on the farm. There's a time I was running, not pythons, I personally have come across a cobra on the farm. There's a time I was moving through the field somewhere, through a maize plantation, and I met a snake. At first I thought it was a snake that has shed its skin. So I thought, you know, it has just shed its skin and left it there. So I look, the thing is not moving. So I'm like, well, it has shed its skin. I'm like, let me move a bit closer. When I moved a bit closer, it raised its head. I was like, whoa, cobra, that's really crazy. So I stepped back and then it took off into the plantation. I was like, whoa, I'm never coming back here with boots, because that day I just put on shoes and not gumboots like I have right now. I told myself this is the last time I move around the farm when I'm not putting on gumboots. So now I always move around the farm with gumboots, but it's quite crazy. So because of that, we decided that at night, all the animals, all the birds, whether it's chickens, whether it's guinea fowls, whether it's geese, they all live inside the shed. I mean, none of them stays outside. That's what we decided to go along with, and that's what we have implemented. All of them, we make sure that they live inside. So just in case you are wondering why the geese and the guinea fowls live inside, because naturally they don't want to live inside, that's the reason. Yeah, that's the reason. We don't want them to be eaten anymore by snakes, you know, pythons especially. So yeah, it's a very beautiful place right here. We get really nice organic eggs. I mean, the number of animals here has certainly decreased. Those days you'd see a lot of activity right here, the birds jumping up and down and everything. But very soon we're going to be bringing some dual purpose birds. We're going to be putting them inside the houses. Yeah, very soon I'm going to be bringing some dual purpose birds. So I believe the activity and what happens right here is going to get back up there, and it's going to be a very beautiful place. I mean, who doesn't love to eat free-range animals, you know? They eat natural stuff and their meat is really, really tasty, really tasty. So tell me guys what you think about this. Do you love it? Do you enjoy it? Would you love to live in a place like this? I mean, what's better than living on a farm? Tell me, what's better? I don't think there's anything better. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. That way you never miss out on an upload. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love. Bye-bye.